Hey, Habs fans, are you feeling a mix of curiosity and quiet relief right now? What if I told you that the San Jose Sharks just made a move on the waiver wire that indirectly impacts the Montreal Canadiens, claiming young defenseman Vincent Iorio, and potentially easing a roster headache for GM Kent Hughes? While this isn't a direct transaction involving the Habs, it's a ripple in the NHL pond that's worth our attention. Today, we're diving into the Sharks' claim of Iorio, breaking down who he is, and exploring what this means for Montreal's crowded defensive pipeline. Let's unpack this subtle but significant development and see how it shapes the Habs' strategy moving forward. Let's start with the news that's buzzing around the league. On Friday, the San Jose Sharks officially announced via their X account the San Jose Sharks have claimed defenseman Vincent Iorio off waivers. This marks the second waiver claim in as many days, following the Florida Panthers' pickup of Donovan Sebrango. Iorio, a 22-year-old blue liner originally drafted by the Washington Capitals in the second round, 55th overall, of the 2021 NHL Draft, now joins the Sharks roster that bolsters its defensive depth to 9 active players with this move. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing 220 pounds, Iorio brings a physical presence to the ice, and as Sammy Silver the Hockey News notes, his game-reading ability has improved significantly in recent seasons. While he hasn't played a regular season game since the 2023-24 playoffs, he impressed during training camp with an assist in 4 preseason games. Now, let's dive into who Vincent Iorio is and why his waiver claim caught eyes across the NHL, including in Montreal. Drafted for his size and potential, Iorio has spent most of his pro career developing in the AHL with the Hershey Bears, where he's shown flashes of becoming a reliable, stay-at-home defenseman with some offensive upside. Currently in the final year of his entry-level contract with a cap hit of $814,167, he's a low-cost addition for San Jose, who may give him a quick shot to play given that some of their defensemen have yet to see action this season. For the Sharks, this claim adds depth to an already solid defensive core, providing a young player with room to grow in a rebuilding environment. It's a smart, low-risk move for a team looking to build for the future. Let's shift focus to what this means for the Montreal Canadiens, even though they weren't directly involved. Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon are navigating a roster logjam on the blue line, with a wealth of young defensive talent like Lane Hutson, David Reinbacher, and Logan Mailloux vying for spots alongside established players like Mike Matheson and Noah Dobson. The Habs started the 2025-26 season with just 22 players on their active roster, one shy of the NHL standard 23, signaling flexibility for potential moves, as noted in recent reports. Iorio, with his size and improving skill set, could have been an intriguing waiver claim for Montreal to add depth without sacrificing assets. However, as one observer put, Hughes likely smiled a bit when San Jose scooped him up because it spares Canadiens from making a tough roster decision in the short term. Let's explore why this non-move is a quiet win for Montreal. With several young defensemen already in the system, claiming Iorio would have added another name to an already crowded competition for ice time. The Habs' defensive pipeline is a strength, but also poses challenges in terms of development and roster spots. Do you give a prospect like Mailloux or Reinbacher NHL minutes to grow, or bring in a player like Iorio who might need similar seasoning? By not claiming him, Hughes avoids the immediate pressure of cutting or demoting someone, or risking losing another player to waivers down the line. It's a small but meaningful simplification of the roster puzzle, allowing the focus to remain on evaluating the current group and potentially targeting bigger fish, like a second-line center, via trade with their cap space, over $4.5 million under the ceiling post-carry price trade. An asset stockpile. Of course, there's a flip side to consider. Missing out on Iorio could be a minor missed opportunity. At 22, with a frame built for physical play and a contract that's budget-friendly, he represents the kind of low-cost depth that can pay dividends in a long, grueling season. If injuries strike the Habs' blue line, they might regret not adding another body to the mix. San Jose, meanwhile, gets a chance to develop Iorio into a potential everyday player, something Montreal could have done with their strong coaching staff under Martin St. Louis. Still, the risk of passing on him is minimal compared to the benefit of maintaining roster clarity for now, especially as Hughes keeps his eyes peeled for more impactful acquisitions. Let's step back and look at the broader picture. The Sharks' claim of Vincent Iorio is a small transaction in the grand scheme of the NHL, but it's a reminder of how interconnected roster decisions are across the league. For the Canadiens, it's a non-event that subtly works in their favor, easing the pressure on a crowded defensive group while preserving flexibility for bigger moves down the line. Montreal's focus remains on building a contender, as evidenced by their 3-1-0 start to the season, and avoiding a waiver claim like this keeps their options open without complicating an already complex depth chart. It's not a headline-grabbing story, but it's a quiet nod to Hughes' strategic patience as he navigates the 2025-26 campaign. As we wrap this up, I'm intrigued by how even a minor league-wide move like this can ripple back to the Canadiens. The Sharks claiming Vincent Iorio off waivers might not change the Habs' trajectory directly, but it's a small relief for Kent Hughes, sparing him a tough roster call while keeping the focus on developing our young defensemen and hunting for bigger upgrades. It's a subtle win in the chess game of NHL management, and a reminder that every decision or non-decision shapes the path ahead. While Iorio might have been an interesting addition, I'm content to see Montreal stay the course for now, poised to strike when the right opportunity emerges. So, Habs faithful, what's your take on this? Are you glad we passed on claiming Vincent Iorio? Or do you think we miss a chance to add defensive depth? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to see if this waiver move, or lack thereof, resonates with you as it does with me. And if you're intrigued by how these small moves fit into the bigger picture for the Habs, hit that like button to show your support. Let's keep the conversation going as we watch Montreal build toward greatness in 2025-26. Until next time, keep cheering and bleed blue, blanc, et rouge.